All right, folks, today is part 3 of our quiz Shannon Day. And Shannon, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to combine this together. So it's kind of twofold. We're going to talk about income, and when we talk about income, that leads us into
employment.
Yes, good job. Great job. So just kind of break it down for our folks in terms of the documentation we'll need for income and then employment.
This one can be kind of a hard one because there's lots of different kinds of income.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the basics, the easy ones, right? Employment, W-2 employment, right? So if you're a W-2 wage earner, meaning you work for someone else, you are not self-employed. This does not mean you W-2 yourself from a self-employed business. That's separate. We'll talk about that. But W-2 income, we're gonna need 30 days most recent pay stubs, and we're gonna need your most recent 2 years W-2s. That's pretty simple.
Simple.
Right?
Yep.
So there's also a couple little subcategories of what we call like other income, which would be maybe Social Security, retirement income, that kind of stuff. Usually those are gonna require tax returns. Sometimes for Social Security, usually we can use your most recent award letter or proof of receipt for the last few months. So we have some options on those items, and the same with retirement income. There's a lot of different types of retirement income, so there's some different varying things we can need. But if you're on a pension, you usually get some sort of monthly statement. That'll work great. If you're taking a draw from your 401k, and it's on a monthly basis, sometimes we just go to your 401k guy and we say, hey, can you write us a letter saying how much you get, and then we just show receipt through your bank statements. So there's some different ways we can document that.
Easy.
Self-employment.
Not so easy.
Self-employment requires a little bit more documentation. It's not usually too terrible. Typically speaking, we're gonna ask you for 2 years tax returns for your business and for your personal, unless you don't have business tax returns. If you're a Schedule C, you will not have those. Sometimes we can get away with 1 year, but usually to start we ask for 2 years. If you W-2 yourself through your business, we will need the W-2s that you W-2 yourself, but we will still need the full tax returns. We still have to do a full analysis on the tax returns, and your W-2 income is added back into that, but we have to see the whole thing. Also, we're gonna need a year-to-date profit and loss and balance sheet.
Mm-hmm.
That one people struggle with a little bit, especially if you don't have a good bookkeeper. It might be time to consider getting one if your business is big enough for that. And we also need 3 months of business bank statements. In that, we're looking for deposits and expenses to kind of correlate with that profit and loss and balance sheet. So just keep that in mind when you're providing those. It's a good time if you've been holding checks to deposit them. So yeah, so that's kind of like a very quick overview, basics of what we're gonna need for that, but that's basics for self-employed. So another thing, if we didn't mention your type of income, doesn't mean that you cannot use it for qualifying. So trust income, there's lots of different types of income that we can use. We just have talked about the most popular, common types of income, but don't think that that means we can't use your income if you get something that's a little more unique. That's fine. I'm sure we have the ability to do that. We just need to chat about it.
There you have it. So we've given you 3 different parts, and so if you fall in some of those categories, just look at each video, take a look at it, see what you have. If you still have questions, reach out to Shannon or myself, and we're more than happy to walk you through it. We can send you a handy-dandy customer checklist, but we really appreciate your business. And again, the whole thing's about reaching out and communication. That's what we appreciate, and that's what we want from you, and you should want from your lender. So as you can see, we've done all 3 parts. So I think, folks, we need to kind of, how'd she do?
Ooh.
I mean, let's grade her.
I haven't been graded in like a while.
Well, I mean, you hit everything on the checklist. She even brought out some nuggets that weren't on the checklist.
Ooh, am I gonna get an A+?
I think you're pushing an A+ for me, because you've not only filled all the requirements here, you've pulled some that don't even exist on our checklist. So I would say A+.
Well, sharp for Shannon.
Yep. Whee!